7 years before becoming the co-CEO of DC Studios, James Gunn met his wife, Jennifer Holland, because of DC. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. However, the story of how they met could not be more iconic. Keeping his present position in mind, knowing that the star met his now wife through a connection in the DCU makes their relationship all the more perfect. James Gunn is so much more than just the co-CEO of DC Studios. On top of being one of the most beloved and respected directors out there, he is also known for his bright personality. While not much is known about his personal life aside from the influence that DC has had on him, fans know that he has been married to Jennifer Holland since 2022. Gunn and Jennifer Holland have been involved with each other since 2015. After dating for 7 years, they got married in September 2022 and have stayed strong since then. However, many may not know about the circumstances under which they met. However, the story of how they met could not be more iconic. Keeping his present position in mind, knowing that the star met his now wife through a connection in the DCU makes their relationship all the more perfect. DC bleeds into every aspect of James Gunn's life since he was made the co-CEO of the studio in October of 2022. He has been carefully crafting the scene for the future of the franchise and seems to be doing an excellent job at that. However, it seems like fate to know that DC played a big role in Gunn's personal life, 7 years before he joined hands with the franchise. Best known for playing the role of Lex Luthor on Smallville, the actress revealed that the actor was dating one of her friends when Gunn ended up spotting her in a picture. Since Rosenbaum and the director have been good friends for quite some time, he set them up. During an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Holland revealed exactly this, and their connection seems like fate. The actress revealed that they met through a mutual friend, who happened to be none other than Michael Rosenbaum. While first contact with Jennifer Holland was made for James Gunn, it would seem that her friend's introduction of her ended up losing him some points. The actress revealed that when her friend was telling her about him, she described him as a producer-director. She described James as a producer-director. I guess the fact that she put producer first or something, it just kind of gave me weird vibes. Best known for playing the role of Lex Luthor on Smallville, the actress revealed that the actor was dating one of her friends when Gunn ended up spotting her in a picture. Since Rosenbaum and the director have been good friends for quite some time, he set them up. Since Gunn had already released the Guardians of the Galaxy by that time, he had some credibility, and Holland was able to find some very good interviews of him that showcased the kind of person he was. Afterward, they ended up going on a date and found the love of their lives. This raised some red flags in Holland's mind, who seemed to have some pre-existing biases against producers that didn't work in Gunn's favor. However, she was still curious enough to look him up, which worked excellently well for him. He seemed so incredibly charming in interviews. I just told him my whole life story. We spent like 7 hours together and that's it. That's how it started. Starred in the DCU film Wonder Woman 1984. Contrary to the number in the title, WW 1984 was a sequel to the 2017 film Wonder Woman and by all means, a failure. Well, look what the stork brung. It's Pedro Pascal in a suit in James Gunn's DCU, too soon. Let's dial it back a few years ago when Gal Gadot was a part of the DCU and Patty Jenkins was the director. The film ends with the world letting go of their desires and Maxwell Lord defeated. Since the film was considered a failure, Pascal's role as Lord was actually forgotten by people, until now. In the 2020 film, Pascal portrayed the role of Maxwell Lord, a shrewd entrepreneur who ends up giving people their dreams but, at a personal cost to each one. Upon closer inspection, the logo does look like Lord Maxwell's business and that could only mean one thing. The heroes are getting sponsorship. Well, quite true, but it could also mean that Pedro Pascal could potentially reprise his role of Maxwell Lord in the upcoming James Gunn's DCU film. A recent set photo from the sets of James Gunn's Superman was released on the internet. The photo featured the character of Mr. Terrific wearing a suit with a certain logo on it. But there are other updates regarding the Last of Us actor which might potentially mean that Pascal will not be available for James Gunn or the DCU since he has already joined the MCU. But on the other hand, it is too soon to confirm or deny that Pascal will indeed be reprising his role in Gunn's DCU or not. Fans really hope that Pascal will return as Maxwell Lord, but it entirely depends on Gunn and Pascal. Upon closer inspection, the logo does look like Lord Maxwell's business and that could only mean one thing. The heroes are getting sponsorship. Well, quite true, But it could also mean that Pedro Pascal could potentially reprise his role of Maxwell Lord in the upcoming James Gunn's DCU film. Although not many details have been revealed about the project, Stranger Things star Joseph Quinn is also alongside Pascal, and he has much to say about the project. In an interview with Comic Book, Quinn gave an update on the filming of Fantastic Four and how his co-stars were faring. "It's been a wonderful experience so far. We've got a wonderful gang on it with Pedro Pascal, Vanessa Kirby, Eben Moss-Backrack, to name but a few. I'm very excited. I'm nervous, obviously. Well, of course he is busy working with Marvel Studios and geared up to join the MCU with the upcoming film Fantastic Four. Being a reboot with Matt Shakman attached as director, fans have high hopes and Pascal is portraying the role of Mr. Fantastic. Despite the conflict of schedule, fans are still hoping that Pascal might join James Gunn's DCU at some point in the future and reprise his role of Maxwell Lord. The 2020 DCU film, Wonder Woman 1984, received a rating of 5.4/10 on IMDb and a record low of 58% on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm really looking forward to getting into it. The script is amazing. The intention behind it is... we're going for it. From starring in HBO's The Last of Us to portraying an MCU hero, Pedro Pascal is indeed quite busy and seems to have his schedule packed with upcoming projects. Connie Nielsen is making sure no one gets to play Queen Hippolyta other than herself. Welcome to Stats In. If you're just joining us, please subscribe and don't forget to turn on notifications bell for more video. Connie Nielsen is currently busy promoting Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, and in her interview with IGN, she sent out a message to the folks at DC Studios. As much as we all miss Gal Gadot and her adventures as Diana Prince, it was actress Connie Nielsen who expressed her desire to keep Queen Hippolyta to herself. So far, there hasn't been any news on making another Wonder Woman film. Many fans were disappointed after learning Wonder Woman 3 will no longer move forward following the overhaul at DC Studios. As soon as James Gunn and Peter Safran became heads of the Empire, all plans for the movie were cancelled. The prequel TV series is reportedly in the works, as Gunn confirmed in a response in Threads. A fan asked for an update, and the filmmaker replied with, "Very active development. I have the dibs on Hippolyta, okay? Please, because I love Hippolyta. I love her so much, and I love those Amazons and that world so much. Honestly, is there anything cooler? Us in our golden armor riding down that incredible alley." The Danish star clearly states her passion for the role, and if ever James Gunn gives the green light on a new Wonder Woman project, she would volunteer to play it again. Sadly, the planned third installment never got off the ground, but there is still hope that we'll possibly meet the characters again in Paradise Lost. Connie Nielsen is currently busy promoting Ridley Scott's Gladiator 2, and in her interview with IGN, she sent out a message to the folks at DC Studios, as much as we all miss Gal Gadot and her adventures as Diana Prince. It was actress Connie